Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is worst sale since Maine. World-class Liverpool star now in talks to leave. Liverpool hardly need a rebuild, and could likely go again next season, qualifying for the Champions League and competing for major trophies, with just minimal investment. But FSG are prepared to reward Arne Slot for winning the Premier League in his first year in charge by making a ferocious statement of intent in the market. Already, the Reds have signed Jeremy Frimpong to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold. Milos Kerkez and Florian Wirtz are in talks to follow. But it's not just incomings on sporting director Richard Hughes' mind. Liverpool have a few potential high-profile exits to contend with. Liverpool transfer exit news. Liverpool striker Darwin Nunez is expected to leave this summer, having been persistently linked with a move to the Saudi Pro League. La Liga giants Atletico Madrid have also shown an interest, having scored only 7 times across all competitions for Slot's side. The 25-year-old would probably be best off wiping the slate clean and trying his hand elsewhere, especially since plans have been drawn up for a new number 9. Though Nunez is tenacious and likable, there's no doubt he's regressed in a Liverpool shirt over the past year, incongruous and ineffective as the frontman of Slot's setup. On the note of players in need of a switch, Harvey Elliott has admitted on England U21 duty that he may need to leave Anfield this summer. Elliott, 21, is a boyhood Liverpool supporter and a special creative talent, but his opportunities have been limited since Klopp departed, and a move away might be for the benefit of his career. However, Liverpool may not just be selling those they wish to part with. Indeed, Luis Diaz is being mooted for a move to Saudi Arabia, and it might prove a bigger mistake than many are anticipating. Why selling Luis Diaz would be a mistake? Liverpool acted swiftly to replace Sadio Mane with Diaz before their Senegalese legend had even left the club. In January 2022, FSG purchased Diaz from Porto in a deal, rising to £49 million, and his predecessor stayed on until the end of the campaign. When Liverpool sold Mane to Bayern Munich, however, they perhaps didn't grasp how out of kilter it would knock Klopp's side. The 2022-23 season sits as an infamous outlier across the illustrious span of Klopp's tenure, a dark and permanent blot on his copybook. Though Mane objectively reached a higher level of quality than Diaz, the Colombian is still one of the most important parts of Slot's system, and he's just come off his most productive campaign too, having posted 17 goals and 8 assists across 50 appearances. Regarded as a world-class player, in the view of his former German boss, at least, Diaz's unique value for Slot has been further underscored by his regular deployment as a false 9. Our second news is Kevin De Bruyne contract details after Mohamed Salah tells him to join Liverpool. Manchester City latest transfer news as Kevin De Bruyne is set to move to Serie A side Napoli on a free transfer once his contract at the Etihad expires this summer. A decade since he first arrived at Man City, Kevin De Bruyne has all but rubber-stamped his next move, and contract details have now been reported. The Belgian midfielder, who was signed by Manuel Pellegrini from VfL Wolfsburg in 2015, has flourished over the last 10 years, winning 6 Premier League titles, 5 League Cups, 2 FA Cups, as well as the UEFA Champions League. Tears were shed and jaws left aghast when it was announced the 33-year-old would be leaving the Etihad at the end of his current contract, and as such speculation regarding where he would end up ensued. Despite reports linking De Bruyne to the likes of Saudi Arabia, a return to Belgium, or perhaps a rival top-flight club, the player has reportedly instead chosen the reigning Scudetto champions, Napoli. The Italian outfit wrapped up the Serie A title on the final day of the season, with former Manchester United duo Scott McTominay and Romelu Lukaku scoring the 2 goals against Cagliari to seal top spot at the expense of Inter Milan. Now their manager, Antonio Conte, is hoping to make this the start of an era of dominance by signing a number of big-name players, the first being City's De Bruyne. To prize the player away from the competition. However, they had to make the 2-time Premier League Player of the Season an offer he could not refuse, and if recent reports are to be believed it looks like they did just that. According to Il Mattino, De Bruyne will sign a 2-year contract with an option for an additional year, while his salary will be £4.2 million, €5 million, per season. It is reported the midfielder will undergo medical tests on Tuesday and Wednesday before being unveiled officially as a Napoli player. This didn't stop Liverpool star Mohamed Salah from trying to convince him to make the switch to Anfield in an interview with Sky Sports, jokingly adding at the end, "We have space for him." The curtain will be brought down on Kevin De Bruyne's time at Man City at the end of June, and then a new dawn breaks for the Sky Blues legend. Liverpool faces a potential transfer blow as a key player opens exit talks, dubbed the worst sale since Sadio Mane. Meanwhile, Mohamed Salah urges Kevin De Bruyne to join the Reds, sparking contract speculation. Could a major midfield shake-up be on the horizon? Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is, first contact, Liverpool braced as 25 years old opens transfer talks, he's open to move. Liverpool have set a solid example to the rest of the Premier League with their dealings in the market in recent years. Yes, the Reds have come under fire for a perceived unwillingness to spend big to compete with the financial might of Manchester City. However, their pursuit of Bayer Leverkusen playmaker Florian Wirtz should now put any such debate to bed. The Merseysiders are not only prepared to put their money where their mouth is, but also break a club record in doing so. That said, this doesn't hint at the abandonment of Liverpool's commitment to sustainability. Arne Slot's men will still be required to engage in some selling to fund further spending. It will come as no surprise to fans that the Saudi Pro League is taking a long, hard look at Darwin Nunez. At 25 years of age, the Uruguayan striker fits perfectly within the league's refreshed target parameters. It's out with the old and in with the new, so to speak, with Saudi outfits now focusing on players either in their prime years or yet to enter this desired stage. More to the point, Andy Hunter at The Guardian has confirmed that Liverpool are somewhat open to selling Nunez. On that note, Foot Mercado journalist Santi Ayouna has now claimed on X, formerly Twitter, that Al Hilal have made first contact with the Liverpool man's camp. Look, we've all massively enjoyed watching Darwin Nunez at Anfield. The former Benfica hitman's brand of unrefined chaos was undoubtedly exciting to witness in Jurgen Klopp's last 2 seasons in charge. Unfortunately for the centre-forward, he's looked a little exposed in Arne Slot's more technically demanding system. Even more terminally, as far as his Liverpool career is concerned, Nunez has come under fire for a lack of goals and, at times, limited work rate. 5 Premier League goals scored, in amongst 14 goal contributions in all competitions in 2024-25, in 1,118 minutes simply isn't good enough for a Liverpool striker, the Mo Salah reality. In Nunez's defense, the team is built to get Mo Salah on the ball in dangerous areas, and cutting down the Egyptians' commitment to defensive duties. Nonetheless, we don't think this is a good enough excuse for a footballer who's now had 3 seasons at Liverpool. We're not expecting a striker to replicate the Egyptians' numbers, which are ludicrous in of themselves. But we need more. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.